ringing up Jonathan Smith.
Hello, you've reached the voicemail of Jonathan Smith at DWF Law. I'm sorry I'm unable to take your call at the moment. If you'd like to leave your name and number, I will of course get back in touch with you as soon as I am able. Thank you.
Please leave your message after the tone. To re-record your message, key hash at any time.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Smith. It's Mr. Hussain here, once again leaving yourself another daily message as I have been leaving every single day. Today is message number 134. I've left you 133 previous messages like a broken record on the daily, every single day since the 18th of October 2023, and today is the 29th of February 2024, and the time is around about 20 past 11, and it's now been 105 days that my brother's been unlawfully kidnapped from my care and custody. Also that you and your client could benefit from our misery and oppression. I'm looking to put in an appeal to the hearings. I need to engage with you. I mean, this idea that you simply do not need to engage with me and you can just simply run to the courts and the courts are going to rubber stamp everything that you ask them to do without my involvement and to my exclusion. That in itself is fraud, isn't it? That there is the fraud. I mean, I'm taking note that the housing association, initially contacted me on the 7th of February telling me lies that I was unlawfully trespassing when you knew for a full fact that on the death of my mother the tenancy was not terminated, and it required your client to submit, or required you and your client to submit a formal notice to quit. You didn't do that, and yet you proceeded to my exclusion, proceeded to go to the courts and get a claim put it through. And then obviously on the 28th of March 2022 I had to explain the fact that your case has no legitimacy, and yet the judge was still looking to railroad it through and contesting the fact of true facts that your case had no legitimacy because a notice to quit has not been served, and therefore we were not unlawfully trespassers. Subsequently you proceeded to remove that application and offer to rehouse us, and then withdrawn that offer. And then what I'm mindful is that I was then constantly, I believe from May or June, throughout the months of May or June 2022, sending regular emails, daily emails, trying to engage with you, and you did not choose to engage with me, but put through another malicious application, which I only became aware of a few days before the listed hearing. You see how everything works perfectly for you. Soon as you put an application, you don't need to tell me, you don't need to advise me, it gets rubber stamped through, put through, and a hearing is listed within days, to my detriment. So that was the hearing on the 5th of July, and I consistently try to engage with your predecessor Kate Joss, and this is a pattern of behavior, and it's just not you in isolation. It's obviously I've tried to subsequently, following the 5th of July, I tried to engage Louise Holmes, the manager at the courts, who was equally looking to ignore me, and it's just been a repetitive pattern of behavior. You're not engaging with me, you're not trying to resolve things with me because you don't need to, because why would you want to do so when you know the fact that this is all fraudulent and malevolent now? Then subsequently, before the final hearing, which was listed on the 30th of November 2022, there was no communications taking place between myself and Kate Joss or Louise Holmes at the time. You were basically, you had the services of District Judge Louise Wilcox had been privately commissioned out, and you didn't need to engage with me. And obviously the reason that you didn't get the orders then that you've now managed to achieve several years later is because there was a clear fault there on your part, because you hadn't recognized that my brother is a vulnerable person, which there was an issue of capacity which your clients were more than willing to bend over to pay for, ultimately coming out of my pocket. So there's clear fraud taking place here, and that was then I tried to engage with your
time up in 10 seconds.
I tried to engage with your predecessor, which was all at a loss, and now once again you're doing the same thing. You're not engaging with me. I need you to engage with me so this can be resolved with. This failure is clearly a fraud.
Your message has reached maximum length. Message deposited. Thank you for calling. Goodbye.
They're committing fraud against me, and there's nothing I can do about it because they buy off the judges.